Hey friends, it's Shereé, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a pattern haul video. But first, before I get into the lovely patterns that I picked up, I want to say welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. All right, let's get into it. So it is Monday. I worked a full day today, a long day today, and while I'm too tired to actually do any sewing tonight, I did want to do a little bit of sewing chit chat. So I hope you're up for that. The first thing I want to do is actually talk to you about what I'm working on. I am finishing up one project in the middle of another project, and I just started a new one. So if you'd like to know what I'm working on, let me tell you. So the thing that I cut out today is actually this jumpsuit here. It is McCall M8245, and I actually just cut out the jumpsuit portion. Initially, I thought I had enough fabric to cut out the jumpsuit and the duster, but I didn't have anywhere near enough fabric to cut out both pieces. So I cut out the jumpsuit and I ordered some additional fabric to do the duster. Hopefully that will come soon because I really wanted to wear that over the Christmas break. I'm really trying to make all the cozy loungewear that I can because I don't want to wear anything uncomfortable on my 2 weeks off from work. I just want to be cozy and comfortable. Now I do want to mention that the lighting in my video will probably look different today because I'm using a different light. The reason why I'm using a different light is because I've had a couple of people in my comment section let me know that it's very difficult for them to see the pattern covers when I show them using my ring light. So hopefully using the smaller light, it won't be quite as bright, which means that the pattern covers will be a little bit easier to see. So please let me know if this helps in the comment section below. I do want to let you know I'm doing my best to make these videos enjoyable for you. So let me know. Be kind, but let me know if it's a problem or if it's better. All right, so the other thing that I'm finishing up, I'll have to grab, give me 1 second. Okay, the other thing that I'm working on and actually almost finished with is I actually picked up this Mimi G pattern. And let me get the cover or the pattern number. It is S9450. It's a simplicity pattern. And it is this set here only, actually, no, let me correct myself. I made the hooded sweatshirt with the long version of this skirt. This is one of the patterns that I actually was planning to talk to you about in this video anyway, so I thought I'd share with you my progress on what I've done so far. I worked on this a little bit, a few days a week last week, and I didn't finish, but I'm very close to finishing. It's hard to find time for me to sew when I'm not tired, and when I'm tired, guys, I make all the mistakes, and so I haven't been allowing myself to sew tired, even though there's so many things I really want to wear, so many fabrics that I have that I've been wanting to cut into. I just don't want to make any mistakes, so I haven't started any new projects. But let me show you what I've done so far, and I'll also share with you the things that I'm liking and the things that I'll change for next time. So this is the sweatshirt. It's obviously not going to be as flattering me holding it up like this, but I have this really great olive green rib knit fabric that I got from Joanns. I love this fabric so much. It's so nice and cozy. One of the things that I like about this sweatshirt is that it's raglan style. So I don't know if you can see that, the way the sleeves are attached and joined at the shoulder and neckband. It makes it raglan. And it also has this little triangle detail, which I think I might omit the next time I make this, only because it's very tricky to keep it straight. And I think my next version will be out of a double brush poly. So I want to make it easier on myself, so I'll probably omit that. The other thing is that this pattern comes with a sleeve pocket. It's a sneaky little invisible zipper sleeve pocket. And I don't know that I'll actually use this pocket, to be honest. I only inserted it because it's a part of the pattern, but I don't think I'll actually use it. So my next version, I probably won't put the pocket, and I didn't have an olive green zipper, invisible zipper, so I used a white one. And I'm still not very great at installing invisible zippers, so it's not completely invisible, you can see it. And as a matter of fact, I used my new sewing machine to put the zipper on, and I couldn't find the invisible zipper foot, so it actually looked worse than it does now. Before, I had to go in and hand stitch it so that it would be a little bit more invisible than what it was. So yeah, you can kind of still see it, and it doesn't bother me. It's not a big deal. I do like that this sweatshirt has a really nice big deep hood. I don't know if you can tell. So I really like that feature on this sweatshirt. It's a very comfortable sweatshirt. It also has these awesome side pockets. I'll show you what that looks like right here. And they're pretty deep. I mean, they're perfect size. I wouldn't put anything other than maybe my keys and an inhaler in these pockets, possibly my hands. I haven't ironed out my pin markings. I have one of those heat pins where like you can mark all your things you need to mark on your fabric, and then you erase it by adding iron to it. I haven't erased the lines yet from stitching the pockets down, but all in all, it's a pretty easy, straightforward sew. So I like it. The invisible zipper is the most challenging part. I do also like a neckband with the hood. I think that's a neat little feature. And there are also shoulder darts, which is something that I hadn't seen in a sweatshirt pattern before. And I think it's okay because these are enormous sleeves, so it's fine. But I think that it's something that makes when I try this on, it made my shoulders look really pointy. So I don't know how I feel about that. It probably won't bother me once I'm actually wearing it. But when I was trying it on, I was like, oh, that's an interesting look. And it doesn't look like that on her in the picture. So I don't know if you can see that. But her shoulders don't look pointy in the picture. So I don't know. The other thing that is different, or it's different in this version, I'll do it differently when I make it again, is that I didn't put the cuffs because I like this big loose sleeve. It almost looks more belled when I'm wearing it. So I chose not to put the cuffs. I have the cuffs actually here, but I kind of like the way it looks without the cuffs, so I don't think I'm going to use them. I'll save these for another project. So yeah, it came out really nice. I think it's going to be very comfortable to wear, and it's going to be probably one of my most worn two-piece lounge sets that I'll be making for this holiday break. Okay, so I also made the long version of the skirt. And so far it's done. I just have to add the little waist ties and the snap buttons. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see that. It's so hard to show you sitting this close to the camera, but it's a really great olive color, and I'm really thrilled to have this, and it's going to be so comfortable and cozy. It's very rainy here in Alameda, California today. I'm actually seeing it's raining a lot of places today. So I haven't been outside much, just went out a couple of times to pick up Christmas packages. But that's going to be nice and cozy for future rainy days, and so I'm happy to have it. And I like the way she styled it here in this picture with these sneakers. If you don't know this about me, I own too many pairs of white sneakers. White sneakers are my favorite. So I could definitely see myself wearing it like it's featured here, but I also think with my olive color and the fabric that I chose, it would look really nice with these knee-high suede boots that I have. So that's probably how I'm going to wear it. But yeah, I would say that this is definitely a good pattern, and someone who is a beginner sewist could probably easily take on this pattern. Like I said before, the most challenging part is going to be that sleeve zipper, the invisible zipper, and for my next version, I'm actually not going to include that. I'm just going to use the other sleeve and just cut two of them. Just because I won't use the pocket, and it's a bit bulky in this fabric. It probably wouldn't be when I choose double brush poly, but it just seems like a waste of a zipper because I won't use the pocket. And I think also I have a really cute fanny pack that could be cute with this as well. It's very small and cute, so I wouldn't need the pocket. But yeah, so I definitely plan on making this again. And like I said before, the only other challenging thing would be this little triangle at the top of the sweatshirt, just getting it perfect in the right position. And you know how it is with sewing with knit fabrics, they always want to stretch and move, and just making sure that it's straight and nice. That's probably the trickiest part. And for myself, I actually serged the edges of that triangle and then stitched it down. So I think it looks a little bit nicer that way. But yeah, it's definitely an easy pattern, straightforward. The skirt is the quickest pattern that I think I've ever made in a skirt, so I appreciate that. I've actually cut a second one. Now, Mimi G on her channel, she has a sew along for this skirt, and I believe also for the sweatshirt. And her husband Norris does the sew along, and he chose to make it out of this double brush poly, and I happen to have this in my stash left over from my dress I made for Mother's Day. So I had just enough to make the long version of the skirt. So I already cut it out. Everything's ready to go. I just have to sew it. So I would imagine that it will take me about an hour to make it. So yeah, that was a quick little pattern review and also pattern reveal, because that's one of the patterns I was going to talk about today. Before I get too far into this video, I also want to show you a couple of things that I recently added to my sewing space that I am loving. The first thing is these awesome storage bins. I actually purchased 2 of these, and I got these on Amazon. I'll put the link for them in the information section below. What I love about them is that they are heavy duty plastic containers. I'm not sure if they're acrylic, I can't remember. But like I said, I'll link it below. But I like the size of them. I wanted to be able to display some of my newer patterns so that it would encourage me to get sewing. And so I've decided that I'm going to use them to house patterns that I haven't sewn yet. And as you can see, I have another copy of this pattern because I have a feeling that I'm going to be wearing my set around my family, and someone's going to say, oh, that's cute, can you make me one? And if that happens, I'll have a backup to make them one. But if not, it's always nice to have a second copy of a pattern that you really enjoy, because with these tissue paper patterns, they are not as durable, they rip very easily. So it's nice to have a backup of something that you like a lot. And I believe when I purchased my patterns, I got them for $1.99. I don't think it was the 99-cent sale. So it didn't cost a lot, so I'm happy about that. But anyways, back to the containers. I bought 2 of them. I plan to display the patterns that I haven't sewn yet with these containers. I like them so very much, and I almost feel like I should buy more, but I have to figure out how I'm going to fit it and work it into my space. These are, I believe, 16 inches long, which means they won't fit in my dream box. That would have been ideal if I could just put them in the center section of my dream box where I have my little Christmas decorations, but they're a little bit too long. Now, if I don't ever close my dream box, I could probably get away with it, but since I do close it from time to time, I decided that I will just display it on top of my storage that I shared in my sewing room tour where I keep all my other patterns. And so I think just seeing them displayed like this will encourage me to get more sewing done. So I really like these, and if you're interested in finding some type of storage solution to display your patterns, I think this is a good one. If you have other suggestions on how you store your patterns, let me know below, because I am always looking to improve my space, especially since I don't have a huge area to store my sewing things. I'm always looking for different suggestions on sewing or storing my patterns. So the next thing that I want to share with you is actually a trash can. I know it sounds strange that I want to share a trash can with you, but I have a very tidy area where I like to do all my sewing and everything, and I like to be able to put things away and close them up really nicely. And when I sew and I'm using my serger, I find that I have so many shreds of fabric that kind of spill over the little tray that comes with my serger, the little basket, and it drives me bananas. And so, because I have to keep going back to the kitchen or the bathroom to dump the little basket into the trash or into my larger scrap bag. And so when you're working on a project and you're trying to get it done quickly, the last thing you want to do is take multiple trips away from your sewing station, unless you need a break. But for me, it's been so nice to have something small that's close by that can take all of the little shredded pieces like this close by to my serger and my sewing machine. I also throw my threads that I clip from my sewing machine into this trash can. This trash can is from a company called Lots of Style. They actually sent this to me for free in exchange for an Instagram post. And I did share this trash can on my Instagram page. But I like it so much that I wanted to share it with you here on YouTube as well, because this trash can is extremely affordable. It's very cute. It's customizable. It's got this smooth white outside, and I actually used my Cricut Maker, which is something I need to use more of, to create this custom wording to put on the front of my trash can, and it says thread can, and I have 3 little serger spools. And then it also came with some stickers, and I liked the stickers, so I put them on there. But they have a wide variety of trash cans on their Amazon store. And they have a really great Instagram account where they share lots of different storage ideas and things that they sell in their shop. So I encourage you to check out their Instagram page to see what they have to offer. And also, if you're interested in purchasing your own trash can or whatever else that you want from their website, I do have a discount code that will save you 20% on your purchase. I will put the discount code on the screen, but I'll also insert it in the information section of this video, so that you can go ahead and use that to save yourself some money. I think this will be a really great gift for someone. It's Christmas time. If you want to get something for someone that's small, someone that is creative and crafty, it's perfect size to put all of those little scraps from vinyl. If you know someone who does paper crafting, they can put paper scraps in here and have it close by while they're doing all of their little crafting. I just think it's a great trash can, and it came with trash bags, and it's just super cute and compact, and it matches all my things. So I really have enjoyed having this on my dream box, and I think that everyone should have one. All right, let's move on to the patterns. So I did get most of my patterns from the Joanns sale, but I also picked up some indie patterns during the Black Friday sales, and I believe I purchased them for about 20% off. But these Joann patterns, Simplicity patterns, were all, I believe, $1.99. I talked to you about the first one. I did get quite a few Mimi G patterns because often when I want to buy them, they are sold out in my Joanns. I go to the Joanns in San Leandro, which is about 25 minutes away from where I live, and it is almost always sold out of the Mimi G patterns in my size. So I was thrilled to be able to get quite a few of them during the sale. So I'll share those with you first, and then I'll show you the other patterns that I got. Most of these are counter copies, so I'll have to open it up and share with you the actual pattern number. But let's see here. This first one is Simplicity S9182. It is a sweater top and a pencil skirt. I think that it's pretty gorgeous. Okay, it's going to be something that's very comfortable to wear. One of the things I like about this pattern too is that the sweatshirt or top itself is meant to be made out of a knit fabric, but the skirt is meant to be made out of a woven fabric. And I thought that was pretty cool because a lot of the bundle patterns that I get, if it's a knit top, then it's usually a knit skirt and a knit duster, whatever. Everything in the package is meant to be made out of a knit fabric. So I thought this was kind of cool. Now the fabric suggestions for this one is ponte and sweatshirt and pretty much any stretchy knit. Now for the skirt, it recommends crepe, denim, poplin, and satin and wool types. So I do like this pattern a lot. It looks pretty simple. And it does have a back zipper. It has pockets on the front. It has some really nice darts in the back of the skirt. And the sweatshirt is really cool. It has a statement zipper down the front. And I just think it will be so nice. I could definitely see myself making several of this sweater. So I'm happy to have picked up this pattern and during the sale. The next one was a risky buy for me. And I don't know if you've been following, but Creativity by T, Talisha started a wonderful holiday fashion show series, and it's called the Virtual Me Made Holiday Fashion Show. And I actually submitted a video sharing the dress that I made for the theme that I was given, which is the Winter Wonderland All White Party. And initially I thought I was going to make this dress, and I changed my mind very quickly because I lost my nerve. Okay, let me tell you what the pattern number is. It is Simplicity S9370. And all of the pattern information will be listed in the information section below. This is the pattern. It is gorgeous. I love it a lot. Here's the issue that I had and why I didn't actually make this dress. There is a side cutout here, which shows the side of her stomach and, you know, waist area. And I just don't think that I am ready within my own body to be showing off my midriff at all. And after seeing some images of people who have made this dress already on Instagram, I realized that I definitely wasn't ready to make a dress like this for myself. But I hope to be able to maybe in the spring of this coming year, because I think this is a really great pattern. I love that it's meant to be made out of a knit fabric. It is suggested that you use jersey, rib knit, stretch velvet, and I think it's gorgeous. And I'd probably make this more straight version, although I am not curvy or hippie. I think that I like that version better than the looser fitting skirt. So we'll see how it goes. I might need you guys to pump me up so that I can actually have the confidence to make and wear that dress. But I do like the pattern a lot. Now the next one I also got 2 copies of, and this is Simplicity S9458. It is a 2-piece jogger set. And I got a copy for myself as well as for my husband. And I like this pattern a lot because I feel like it is a slightly more elevated jogger suit than some of the patterns that I have in my stash. I love that it has these really great statement zippers, the one down the front as well as the one for the pockets on the pants and on the jacket. It is suggested that this be made out of bamboo terry, double knit, scuba, and ponte. And so I actually haven't been shopping for fabrics to make this yet. So if you have any store recommendations other than melanated fabric, they do have some already. That's the only place that I've seen some of the fabrics that I might want to use for this. But if you have suggestions on other fabric stores that may have fabrics that would be great for this, let me know, because I will be hopefully attempting this winter. I want to make a tester version for myself and then make one for my husband. I love these really great brassy buttons on the legs of these pants. I don't know where to buy them though. I was at Joanns and I didn't see anything quite this nice. So if you have any recommendations for really nice snap buttons like this and a really great zipper hardware, let me know about that as well, because I definitely want to give this a try. I think it will be nice on both of us. We'll see. But regardless, I want to make sure that I can do a nice job at making it before I try to make it for my husband. All right, so I got 2 of those. The next one is this jacket, which I also got 2 of. And this is Simplicity S9052. I love this jacket a lot. You can make it in 2 different lengths. You can make it with or without the hood. And I actually love the longer version that has the drawstring hood. I think it's very nice. I actually have a ready-to-wear jacket that's very similar. I can't remember where I bought it. It might have been like American Eagle or somewhere like that. And I know I got it on sale, and I never wear that jacket because it doesn't fit me well. So it fits me in the waist and in the body, but as you know, I am a busty woman, so it doesn't quite fit my chest very comfortably, like when I try to, you know, move my arms and stuff. So I thought it would be nice to try to make my own jacket, and so I did get 2 of these, one for me and one for my husband again, because I think this will be a really great pattern for both of us. And I could definitely see us wearing something like this. And since we live in the Bay Area, it doesn't get super cold. So this type of jacket would be perfect for us pretty much for all year round. So I got 2 of these and I'm happy I did, because last time I tried to find this pattern, they were completely sold out. So I'm glad we got that one. Okay, I got another pattern for my husband, and it is a t-shirt pattern. And this one is Simplicity S8613. And it is this really great raglan t-shirt, and I like it a lot because it has 3 different variations that are actually quite different. So this one here is a little bit longer than, it looks to be a little bit longer than 3/4 length sleeves. I like that it is color blocked, and I definitely plan to try that with some fabrics that I have coming in from my, well, Black Friday shopping excursion, which I'll be sharing with you soon. But I did get some really awesome double brush polys and DTY fabrics that I want to share with you. But I think that would be really cool if I did some type of color blocking, so that's cool. This version here at the top is more of a Henley style. It has the button placket down the front, and I think that's really neat. Also, this one with the short sleeves is a V-neck. So you have 3 different types of t-shirts all in one pattern, and I think my husband will look great in all of them. So I definitely want to give these a try for him. And this is another one that I hope to do this winter so that he can have some really nice shirts to wear. Okay, so now we'll get into the patterns that are not Mimi G patterns, okay? So this pattern is actually not one that I picked up during the Joanns sale. I actually got this on Etsy because I couldn't find it at Joanns when McCall was having the sale at Joanns. So this one is M8085, and I really love this dress pattern. Hopefully it's coming out okay. What I love about it is that there's 3 different options, and it really reminds me of a dress pattern that I love, but that I always have to tweak a bit to be what I want it to be. So it's nice that this has all the qualities that I want in one pattern. I'm talking about the Tilly and the Buttons indigo dress. I love that dress pattern, but I have been wanting to have the skirt portion of that dress combined with a longer t-shirt for the top of the dress. Like the bodice part stops under my bust, and it's just not as flattering. It's very comfortable and it can be very cute and flirty, but I would rather have more of a t-shirt. See how this is longer in the bodice? I would rather have a longer bodice and have the skirt start at my waist, and then have the tier, and also the tier isn't quite as long. So I really like this pattern a lot, and when I've combined the Tilly and Buttons indigo skirt and midi extension pack with a regular t-shirt pattern that I have in my stash, it looks really great together. But to be able to have a pattern that's measured out perfectly and appropriate to have the look that I want, which is this here, already done for me, it was worth it to buy it. I want to say that I bought this for like $8 because obviously I didn't get it at a sale, but it's still cheaper than if I would have paid full price, which is $20.95. I like that this has 3 versions. Version C is really cool too because it's just a long skirt piece. It doesn't have the ruffle on the bottom, so it's definitely probably midi length. It just doesn't have that bottom ruffle, and I could definitely see myself making this in the long sleeve version or 3/4 length version, as well as a no sleeve version. This is something that I would typically wear on a regular day, any day of the year, honestly, for work, and I would wear it just like she's wearing it with sneakers. So this was definitely a pattern that I have been wanting, and I'm glad I finally got. Okay, the next pattern that I got is a Simplicity pattern. It's Simplicity S8742. It's this really great cardigan pattern, and I have the most perfect fabric to make this. I'm just going to show you. I was going to wait for my actual fabric video. I'll probably mention it again there too, but I'm going to show it to you. So this is the fabric that I want to use to make this cardigan. I think it's going to be perfect. This is, I believe, called a jacquard fabric. I don't know. You guys can correct me if I said that wrong. But this is what it looks like. So they suggest for this particular pattern that you use boiled wool, double knit, fleece, ponte, brocade, lightweight denims, micro suede, poplin, and wool types, also sweater knits. Well, this right here is a type of sweater knit, but it's a very tightly woven sweater knit. It's really gorgeous. It just seems so luxurious, and I think it will be so nice to wear in a cardigan. I can definitely wear this out to dinner, and I shared in, I believe, my last pattern haul that I'm working on finding a pattern that will be great for a jacket to wear to dinner. Now, this isn't going to be a heavy jacket, but I still think that it would be really nice to wear over a dress or even pants. And I would make, so there's 4 versions of this cardigan, and I would make the version that she's modeling here. I think that's perfect. Just imagine in this gorgeous gold fabric. I think it will be gorgeous. And this version's really nice too. I could definitely see myself making this out of a lighter sweater fabric, But they also have this version that's shorter here with the 2 front pockets, and you can make this fluttery collared one in a shorter version as well. So lots of versatility with this pattern. I think it's going to be a good one. I also like that this one pattern has sizes extra small to extra large. So if I wanted to, I could trace off my size and then trace off one for someone else as well. I hate doing that on tissue paper patterns, but having the option to do that is really nice. And I haven't looked at the pattern yet, but I have noticed that with patterns that have lots of sizes in them like this, they will often have the extra large and extra large on different pattern sheets. So you can save them and have 2 different jackets, 2 different sizes from one pack. I haven't looked at this one yet, but I've been noticing that in a couple of the patterns that I've purchased already, and I find that extremely helpful, especially as I'm sewing for other people for birthdays or Christmas or whatever. So anyway, I am so excited to make that cardigan. The next pattern is actually a repurchase. I shared this in my last pattern haul, and when I purchased this pattern last time, I got it on Etsy. I did not get it during the sale. It is Simplicity S9388, and it's the Shacket pattern. Now I have cut out my Shacket and it's waiting for me to sew it. I'm eager to sew it. It's one of my Christmas break projects that I'm eager to sew up. I have the perfect buttons for it. It is ready to go. Interfacing is already cut up. Everything is ready to go. I haven't sewn it yet because that was going to be my birthday jacket, and my aunt actually purchased me a really nice Shacket from a department store for my birthday. So I've been wearing the Shacket that she bought me, which is really gorgeous. But I still want to make my Shacket, and it's all ready to go. I just need the time to actually sit down and sew it. So I got another one because I wanted to be able to make another size. I did cut out the size large, and I think it might be too big. So I got another one so that I could try to make it again in a smaller size. I think for my next version, I will make a shorter version here, but to be able to cut it in one size smaller is going to be really nice. And again, I got this for $1.99, so I'm happy to have a second copy. All right, the next one that I got is one that I've seen a couple of my friends on YouTube and Instagram make, and then when I've seen it on them, I thought, that's gorgeous, I have to have it. It's Simplicity S9265. It has 3 versions here. I am interested in the one that's being modeled here, the longest version, which I believe is version B. I think this is gorgeous. I have lots of woven fabrics in my stash that I could use. The only challenge is that making this long version, it's going to take a lot of fabric. So I'll have to be very careful about which fabric I choose and make sure that I measure the fabric before I get to cutting to make sure that I have enough. But this also could be a really nice one for color blocking as well. Now I did have a huge fail making the Wilder gown in a color block. But I think I'm ready to give another color block dress a chance, but this time I'll just do all florals rather than doing solids and florals. I think it might look better. I like that this is much more flowy. It does give me Wilder gown vibes, but it does look like it'll have a little bit more room in the bust area and be a bit more flattering around the neck than my Wilder gown was for me. And so back to the amount of fabric that it's going to take. It's going to take, if you have 45-inch, which quite a few of my fabrics are, 45-inch fabric, it's going to take 5 yards, a little over 5 yards actually, 5 yards, 5 1/8 yard to make that. If I were to do 60-inch wide fabric, it would end up being 4 5/8 yards of fabric that I would need to make this dress. I do like the other versions of this dress, and I think that they're all very nice and would be great. But I am just really digging the long version of that dress, so I hope to make that soon. I'm thinking that this would be very nice in a cotton voile, which is one of my favorite cotton fabrics. So yeah, this is definitely going to happen, probably for spring though. I probably won't make it anytime soon. Okay, the next one is S8912. This is great. I love the way it's modeled here. It has an interesting, I don't know if you can see it. It's higher in the front. There's a curve here. And then it's got a low dip in the back of the dress. And I love it so much. There's so many really precious feminine details, like the pleating. I love that it has pockets. I love any dress with a pocket, honestly. It's really gorgeous, and you can make it in a short or long version, sleeves, no sleeves, long sleeve, short sleeve. Lots of versatility with this one. And another thing that I like about this is that it's an easy sew. It doesn't require any elastic. It doesn't require a zipper. It's literally just the fabric and the thread. And who doesn't want an easy project that doesn't require a ton of notions? So I'm really happy about picking this up. The next one that I picked up is another dress pattern. It's Simplicity S8926. It actually has 3 pieces. Actually, it has 3 pieces, but you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variations, okay? So for the dress, this is actually what I wanted to make with tights. I have this really great plaid that I think this would be lovely in. I initially wanted to make this to wear for Christmas with some tights, but I don't know if it's gonna make it on my actual list of things to complete before Christmas, because I do plan on completing the things I've started and also sewing my boys' pajamas. So I don't think that I'll have time to make it for Christmas, but I thought it would be so nice with some tights. So that's why I bought this pattern. But this pattern actually comes with a shirt pattern, which is this full-length shirt, or you can make a crop top. And then it comes with a pant pattern that has a drawstring waist, as well as the option to make them more of a capri length pant. So I think this is a good value. This one, again, it requires very little notions. So hopefully a pretty easy sew. And I'm happy I picked this up, but especially for this dress here. Okay, so the next one is a jumpsuit. I love me a good jumpsuit, and this is Simplicity S8907. There are several variations of this jumpsuit. This is the one that I would want to make first, actually. And then you have the option to make a dress or a romper, and you can make it short sleeve or long sleeve. I was drawn to this pattern because it reminds me of a pattern that I've already sewn up in my stash, and it's a pattern that I love on other people, but for whatever reason I just haven't been able to enjoy wearing it on my own body. And I believe it's called the Alexa jumpsuit. I'll have to double check, but it is a tilling the buttons pattern, and I like it, but I can't seem to get the right fit for myself. And also, here it is a loose fit in the pants, but with the jumpsuit, by tilling the buttons, it has a long crotch, and that bothers me. It's just too much loose material in between my legs, and I just don't like it. So that's one of the things. The other thing is that with the tilling the buttons jumpsuit, it comes low on the bust, and I feel like I can't do anything without accidentally showing breast. And this one has a high collar, and I appreciate that look. I love that it has these pockets. It only requires, I believe, about 5 buttons. It has a belt, and just the option to be able to make this a dress or a romper is really great. So I love this pattern. I think it's a great value, and I'm glad I picked this one up. Now, the fabric requirements are really great, but I kind of was wondering what it might turn out like if I used a lightweight corduroy. The suggestions are batik, challis, chambray, cotton types, gauze, lightweight denim, lightweight linen, poplin, and silky types. But I really feel like I would enjoy wearing this in a lightweight stretch corduroy. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that it would work in this, or do you think I should stick to what the fabric suggestions are for this pattern? Let me know what you think. And if you've made it and there have been things that were challenging about this, or if you loved it, let me know that as well. I haven't seen anybody make this, and I'm really eager to see some examples and also make my own. So any help that you can give me, I appreciate. Okay, so the next pattern is actually Simplicity S9158, and it is a men's shirt. I like this because it has a mandarin collar. My husband has been wanting a shirt that is similar with the mandarin collar. It looks like this one here. So I definitely want to give it a go. I bought 2 of them because I'm not sure which size he'll fall into. He has pretty broad shoulders, so I want to make sure that whatever size I choose, it fits him nicely. I like this because it has 4 different options on this shirt, and it has an option to do some color blocking, and I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward and easy. I've done button-up shirts before. I've done mandarin collars before, so hopefully there won't be any hang-ups there. So if you've made this one as well, let me know below if you liked it. Okay, the next 2 patterns are actually pant patterns. Some of my YouTube friends have made these pants and they look so great on them, so now I want to try them. Simplicity S9376 is one of them. I love that it has a flat front but elastic in the back. I like that there's different options for the pants as far as being a longer pant or having it a little bit more cropped like this. I personally don't like pants like this because I don't like my ankles to show, but it's nice that there is the option for that. I also like the option of having elastic in the hem here of these pants. I just think this is going to be a great pattern to sew, and I have a great brushed woven fabric that I can use that's slightly similar to what's being modeled here, only it's herringbone. So I hope to use that. It's been in my stash for almost 2 years, maybe a year and a half. So it'll be nice to be able to sew it up, and I think it'll be a good pairing. Now the next pant pattern I think I'm going to use, in my last pattern haul video, I shared some awesome pants that I accidentally got. My mom bought me a birthday present and the company sent me the wrong thing. They sent me some men's Docker pants that are really large. So I'm going to repurpose the fabric of those and hopefully keep the pockets intact to make a pair of pants that will actually fit me. And I saw these and I think they actually might work better than the pattern that I initially shared. That I wanted to use for those pants. And this is Simplicity S9236. I like this version here because I do like the ankle cuff on that. I do like that this is probably going to be an easy pattern to hack into those pants and still keep the integrity of the pockets of those pants because I really like the pockets. And it's also an elastic waist, so there is no zipper or button. And it has the option to add pockets on the front as well, but you don't have to. And you can actually shorten this and make shorts out of this pattern. So 3 different finishing options. This is a wide leg, and then you have the tapered leg, and then you can make shorts. So I think it's a good value for this pattern, and I'm hoping that it comes out nicely. Again, if you've made these pants, let me know what you thought and if there are any fit recommendations that you have for those pants. Okay, the very last pattern that I got from Joanns is Simplicity S8982. And my sewing friend from the Sewing Nook, I'll insert her sewing channel below. She's made this, a couple of versions, and I love her versions. And so it encouraged me to want to also sew this pattern, and it looks pretty easy and straightforward. It's got lots of different options. You can make the full length dress, you can make a long sleeve sweater top with straight sleeves, or you can have this more voluminous sleeve with a sleeve cuff. You can have the long pencil skirt, or you can have the short. It has elastic waist in the skirt, so it's going to be easy to make and also very comfortable to wear. And I have quite a few fabrics in my stash that would look really nicely in this pattern. I especially think I want to make this 2-piece here. I have a fabric that's very similar in color, only it has gorgeous flowers on it. It is I think it's a hacky fabric that I've been holding on to for too long from Girl Charlie. So I need to sew it up, and I think that it will be really nice in this, and it will be perfect for winter. So that was one that I got. And now we're gonna move on to the indie patterns that I picked up. This first indie pattern I'm going to have to insert pictures of from their website because they're very hard to see in this copy that I've printed. This is the Little Lizard King Brooklyn pattern, and I'll insert pictures, but it is a jumpsuit, and it is a jersey knit jumpsuit. You can make it in long sleeve, 3/4 length sleeve, or short sleeve. Now the top of the jumpsuit is like a t-shirt, and it stops under the bust, and there are these really great pants attached to the bottom of that shirt to make the jumpsuit, and they are very voluminous and loose and comfortable. They kind of remind me of hammer pants, I'm not gonna lie, but they also look like the most comfortable pair of pants or jumpsuit that you could possibly wear, and I'm all for that. So I definitely want to give this a go. Now, to be honest, if I had seen this, just the line drawings, I wouldn't be interested, but someone on Instagram, no, someone on Facebook actually posted a little review and snippet and also pictures of them wearing their jumpsuit, and I thought it was so cute on her. So I definitely want to give it a shot. I think it would be really cute in some type of double brush poly with an African print on it. So I got this one. It wasn't on sale when I got it. It's been a while since I purchased it. I forgot even that I purchased it until I was rummaging through my emails to find the patterns that I hadn't downloaded to my computer yet. So since I'm making cozy clothes, lounge clothes, I definitely want to give this a shot, and I think it will be really nice to wear, you know, for work or just lounging around the house, but also secret pajamas. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you know if I like it. I had actually never heard of that company, so it was really great to stumble on something new. Now the next pattern that I did get during the Black Friday sale, and this is the Itch to Stitch Varzim overalls. I might be saying that wrong, but this is what they look like. This is the line drawings, and I really like these overalls. They're very different than a lot of the overalls that I've made or have in my stash, mainly because you can make them out of a knit fabric, although I'm really considering making them out of a stretch woven fabric, which is also something that they say you can do. Some of the recommendations are low stretch sweatshirting materials, and so I'm thinking, like, I've had some French terry that didn't have a ton of stretch. That could probably be really nice. I've seen someone make this out of a ponte fabric. That was really nice. I am really considering making this out of a stretch woven and possibly a stretch corduroy. I'm not sure if it's going to work, so I might actually test this out on a knit fabric first, just so that I can understand how the pattern comes together and how it'll fit on my knees when I bend and move and all of that. But if I think it will work, then I might make it out of a stretch corduroy. But this is definitely going to be comfortable. You know, I like to make all of the jumpsuits, so yeah, overalls, jumpsuits, dungarees, whatever you want to call them, I love them all. So I'm happy to have this in my stash, and I want to say I got it for 20% off the regular price, and it seems like it's a pretty straightforward sew. If you've sewn any type of dungaree or overall before, then you probably will have no issue with that. So I definitely want to give this a go. And the very last indie pattern that I picked up during Black Friday sale is the Kielo wrap dress by Named Clothing, and this is what it looks like. It is gorgeous. It has the option to do the dress or the jumpsuit. I'm really interested in the jumpsuit, but I was drawn to it for the dress version, and I thought it would be such a great, easy pattern to make for a holiday dress. I have this great red knit fabric that this could be gorgeous in, and it's comfortable. It's a wide dress that you tie in at the waist, and so you can eat all the dinner, you can eat all the dessert, and just adjust the ties if you are a bit too full and you need to be comfortable, okay? And so I was definitely drawn by that, and I've seen some really beautiful versions. I also, because I love double brush poly so much, know that I'll be making a version in this pattern. So this was the last pattern that I picked up. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the lovely patterns that I picked up, and if you have already done a video like this one, let me know. Let us all know in the comment section below, because pattern haul videos are one of my favorite type of videos to watch, and I definitely want to check out your video and see what you picked up. If you've made any of these patterns and you want to talk to me about them, let me know in the comments below. I'm always excited to have conversations about sewing with you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Please do give me a thumbs up, and please have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.